All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for To Be Hero X, episode 20. Oh, it's going down in the spaceship.
It's going down in multiple different locations, but...
Yes,
nice.
It's bad.
Your punches suck. Sorry.
Yeah, you ain't shit.
It's weak. Weak sauce.
Don't deserve to be a hero.
Go jump off a building.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, it's fun how a prequel story that's being told like linearly, like, but then us knowing where things go kind of adds and removes certain stakes from stories and fights like this.
Except it's all for the bad guys here.
It's all for the bad guys.
It's all for the people that are trying to kill.
So what is a hero? What is a good guy? What is a bad guy?
Apparently the victor.
I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Fear is working on me. Yeah. But these fights going on here.
Yep.
We know where this has to end, at least as far as who can't die.
And at least in the case of Ghostblade versus Isol, it makes sense because Ghostblade, sorry, this is literally the worst matchup you could ever have. You're going with small metal things against someone with the electric and magnetic powers.
Yes.
Not the best.
Yeah. Hopefully you get an assist from this. But this is all happening off of the Ghostblade. He doesn't volunteer.
Nope.
Well, shit. We gotta kill him. Right. And then our
new
new Isol is just like, all right, one less in my way in the tournament. It's like, wait, this is just for the tournament? Like,
at least for Isol it is. But the thing is, the whole thing with Brock and Isol and all that stuff, that makes sense. Your super loyal killer assassin might not be loyal anymore. Yeah, you should probably put him in a body bag. What the fuck's Nice doing here?
Yeah, what's Nice doing here?
Why is he here? Is he the cause of disaster? What happens if Nice runs into Isol and it's like, wait, you're here. Wait. You know, because he said he's here to kill everybody.
Hero battle royale.
Yeah.
Before we even get a tournament. So, yeah, I guess, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Yeah, what happened earlier that night? Whoa.
Next year?
Oh.
All right.
Fun. Okay.
それで僕に何か
明日からジョエン君がお前のマネージメントに
Oh.
どうして
ナイスのヒーロー劇場ももうすぐ終わるからだ
Nice.
来年いえ今年にはトップ10入りできます
忘れるなお前の完璧さは恐怖粒子が作り出した
Oh.
つまり近い将来恐怖粒子は消えヒーローさえ信頼値とともに過去の遺物となる
Gotcha. So he
That
needs to
bangs out
stop
of
this from
place.
happening.
Yeah. Perfect.
手を貸してやってくれ
Getting Nice's perspective on this part. Yeah, no propulsion-based flight would be the scariest stealth tool.
He's a ghost.
Yeah.
君は
ナイ
Fuck! Oh, that was sick! Look at those eyes! Oh, shit!
That's a psycho right there.
Yep, run.
Get out of there.
I love this 2D on the 3D environments, yeah.
Meanwhile, that's happening.
Meanwhile, Iron Man versus Superman, basically.
What about those punches are weak exactly? I mean, great shit talk, but...
Whoa.
God, how quietly
Yeah, she's
he
a big
follows after
glowing
them.
beacon of... You can't hide. Oh, nice!
Okay.
Good evasive maneuvers. Let's
All right.
go. Shit!
Oh,
Yes!
What?
The arm coming back!
That's awesome!
That was so sick! Get the fuck out of here, kid.
Oh, shit!
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Is it like hardening as it? Yeah, it's not enough. Damn. Oh! Yeah, someone was coming out of that not
Yeah,
well.
she's down her glove now, so. He's trying to kill you!
どうして襲ってくるの
Yeah.
尾行実験室には恐怖粒子だけでなく信頼値も抑制してもらいたいのです。連合会創設の目的。
Right, so we don't have another incident like yeah. So this is basically the equivalent of that.
They are literally the managers of heroes.
Yeah.
And not in the way that heroes would hope.
Oh, and splat. Yep. That shot was just way too oh.
Who's this?
Oh
shit! Oh, this is why we don't need heroes anymore?
Fear soldiers?
I guess, yeah.
知らせを受けてね。尾行実験室が宇宙船を調査することになったが、その目的は恐怖粒子を抑え込む重要な素材を探すためだ。そんなくだらない話に興味はない。もしも私が MG を倒せると言ったら、
Oh.
目殺が失敗すれば恐怖粒子の研究は頓挫し、MG の評判もガタ落ち。まさに一石二鳥。
Yeah.
Okay.
それでどう進める?
Cool. And thus they are like using Nice in this way.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways then, yeah, they're not like him and Isol are not connected at all because
That's rock.
Because that's just rock, yeah, trying to get rid of a problem asset, yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, but your armor can, oh man. Well,
Yeah, we're busy at the moment.
yeah, not doable. Dodging lightning, bro! What are you?
Oh.
Oh!
Okay. Yeah, break some of his armor. Okay. And then run.
Hey,
Okay,
hey, no,
okay.
that's good.
I like it. Oh!
Oh, he saw it coming.
But he got it in the hand.
Yep.
Oh, wait, but is that the mechanical arm?
Oh, no.
This is where it could be relevant, you know?
Yeah.
Is it the new one or the old one? Oh, shit.
It didn't matter either way.
Oh, boy. Wait.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's the mechanical arm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Cool.
Right.
神と崇められたゼロは死神へと変わった制御不能となったゼロを止めるため世界中のヒーローが手を
Oh, fuck.
一人一人の心の中に植え付けられ消し去ることはできない休眠状態にある火山もきっかけさえあれば再び
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
誰にでも抑えられない感情はある
So he's like a death cultist and basically
Yeah.
trying to make reanimate his dead god through someone else. Like
Sure.
he's trying to create one now. Crap. Nice, nice. Blind
Okay.
him. Yep. Counter this.
Okay, that's something.
That might have done it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
This buys the time for her to be able to regroup with the others. Okay.
No!
I think we're just getting Big Johnny from here on out.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh. Okay.
They're gonna rage. Mm-hmm. Yep, you fucked up. Oh my gosh.
No one's gonna call her cute now. Oh my god.
Wait, what are they? Oh! Fuck! Oh, this is
yeah,
scrappy.
grapple,
Yep,
go,
yep,
go!
Yep. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Yep.
あの怪物は何だ
Yeah.
Who are you dealing with? Oh my god.
This is all still going.
Bilal, you don't have your armor! And this is, yeah, Queen entering the stage.
Yep. Boom. Stop.
What an entrance.
And she's not X. Like,
Yeah,
like,
right.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
god.
with the music.
Yeah. Jeez. The shade. Like,
I
am
think you're
judging
screwed,
you.
nice. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why he jumped off the building at the beginning, because he's like, my life's over.
Yeah, what is this? Yeah, he's still moving.
私よダーちゃん
Yeah. Oh. You're with a friend now. It's okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
That's so cool. Found him. Love it.
That's great.
She just said up.
Yeah.
Like ascend.
Oh my god.
リトルジョニー大丈夫
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Still alive.
I'm in
That's
agony.
impressive. Wow.
Oh, yes.
電気を通さなかった
Of course. Of course. Oh.
感謝しなくちゃ
Yeah.
I love that you would normally think that.
戻ったら
Oh.
君は
Yeah.
Can
yeah.
I like Oh shit. Yeah.
But you can't bring back the dead.
No. Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Cue the ED. Yeah. That was a great bittersweet way to
So
end it.
the spike went through the dad and killed Oh no, too?
Oh, I don't know.
Whoa. So they threw it on Ghostblade.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
all right,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Right, so Queen basically
Says what
covers
happened, yeah.
Right, covers the story, yeah.
So who's absent?
Furious Big Johnny, damn. Oh, the ED's changing.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right. Wow, the fragile string that holds heroes. Oh, shit!
Yeah.
I had a feeling!
Yeah.
I had a feeling!
All right.
Oh, shit! Right. Oh my god.
And now we're back to the old art style. Holy shit. I fucking love it. How did we not realize that, like, oh wait, okay, hang on. Right, because backstory stuff, that's this art style.
Right.
Present day stuff, that's new art style.
Ah. Yeah, this guy from the opening. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we hadn't got him yet.
Man,
Oh my god. That was hype.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Last just 2 minutes of just visual treats. Just
Yep. This was wild.
this was one of the best episodes we've seen thus far.
I gotta say, I
Yeah.
was not expecting the shit show to conclude so quickly, but I
Yeah.
love it. Queen
Yeah.
just steps onto the scene and
It's over.
it's over.
Like it puts into context, honestly, how terrifying the fight that she had with her rival was, because they had a way to counter her rules, basically,
Right.
within her radius. But once she's there, if she gets first turn action economy, just starts
just-
things.
nope,
it's
it's
yeah.
done.
You guys are at her mercy.
Right.
I liked that. Our big Johnny was actually able to move, though. Like that's
Yeah.
something that, he's a little bit different, so
Right.
that was a big deal there. But also, no, we're friends, so it's okay.
Yeah.
So I am curious then what we saw in the past that was them seeing.
Yeah,
Big
and like
Johnny,
jumping by their car and all that stuff.
Yeah, but that was off in the distance, so it could be just that it's oh cool, now and because it was nighttime when that happened.
Sure.
So that's okay, we'll go over there. And there is another thing with regards to his scale and size. It's not clear whether he's like 30 feet tall or like 200 feet tall sometimes.
Sure.
So maybe that's
Yeah.
another thing, is that he was far away and we could still see him, despite actually it being
Right.
like, oh, he was about a mile away or something.
I gotta say though, while Queen's whole thing of just staff down, everything stops, and doing all of the other stuff that she did, where it's like, all right, cleanup time.
That scene felt straight out of Arcane.
Oh, yeah.
Like a goddamn
Yes, absolutely.
like a League of Legends character coming in and ulting. Just
but
time stop.
Lucky Cyan just being like, gotcha, throwing a yo-yo in, and it just and it
bounces exactly to him.
bounces exactly to them.
So
It's like, all right,
awesome.
I found him, and it's like,
Yep.
all right, cool. There's a defensive field there, and now I clean up everything else, But the way that they resolved this, and the like no words and stuff as we get the montage of of everything for the aftermath with the ED in the background. Fantastic artistic choice. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
So many questions.
Because certain people being complicit in the cover-up absolutely makes
Absolutely.
sense. Isol and Nice just look at each other and are like, they started it, right? Or something like that, right? And it's like, but it's still like, okay.
Ghostblade went crazy.
Ghostblade went crazy, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But it's still something of, yeah, but you guys aren't even supposed to be here.
No. Clearly, we were always meant to be here. Clearly. See, that's the thing. That's the thing that's so fun, is that Ghostblade is part of MG as well as Isol. So you get basically this thing of where Rock just throws his own assassin under the bus.
Sure.
And
then,
it's it's Isol's word against Ghostblade's.
right, Professor Luo's dead, and nobody believes Lolly. So, or, like, because that's...
Well, no, it could be just the thing of those people were set up to be connected to Ghostblade in some way.
okay.
And they're just from Rock. And it's yeah. So it could be something where all we have to know is that there was corrupt dealings within heads of the hero organizations, right?
Sure.
And some of them wanted to double down on the shady stuff that was already happening.
Yeah.
And basically come out bigger from that, or avoid losing from the way the incident was going to be going in a way that would maybe harm or hurt or help Fear.
Right. And there still is the part of me that's like, okay, but then Nice isn't a part of MG, and in fact, Rock doesn't like the other groups, so why wouldn't he take the opportunity to, screw over Shand? And it's like, oh, he was there? Well, clearly all the stuff that was, like, because Rock's situation is the most secure, because it's basically just little Johnny, and that's it, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's the only person who can actually speak against it, and I guess Ghostblade could theoretically write against it.
Yeah, it's the scary thing where, does this world exist at the behest of these heroes or these organizations that run the heroes? And I think this episode confirms that no, it exists at the behest of the organizations that run the heroes.
Right.
The Commission wants control of heroes because, and we got hard exposition in this episode,
which is great motivation for why these heroes would be pushed to do things. It's we're going to get rid of the concept of heroes.
Yes, but stop. Let's talk about fucking Zero. The idea that there was a god, there was someone that reached the apex of what trust-based hero power can achieve.
Right.
And it got so crazy strong that Fear came along with it. The idea that the essence of what Fear is basically just almost our perspective on the same substance or what have you.
Sure.
It's just this person is now a god. Wait a minute. They're a god. What happens when Dr. Manhattan decides that we are not, oh no.
And so I would love to hear more of your thoughts on that, because that specifically didn't feel so much like the new information felt like it's what exactly happened? Okay, a hero killed another hero. All right. There's the connection to Rock. Okay, cool. So that that gives us more insight into Rock's personal motivations and stuff, because he definitely seems like he's being...
Well, he's the villain, basically.
You're right. He's the villain.
Like, and he's the main villain as far as this current storyline right now.
Even among all these shitty corporate espionage people and all that stuff.
You've got your cultist, basically.
You've got your cultist. Okay, cool.
He's trying to go back to the way things were, and we very much got that vibe from him. But it's he's getting so specific in that he has this very, fantastical looking shrine where we've got the eye of
Sauron or whatever,
and Egypt. So this is almost Egyptian raw sun god level visuals here, and then the I will resurrect you, Zero, and it's okay, but
do you mean metaphorically or literally?
Right. I don't think he means literally in that it's I've got the corpse here
and I'm going to mummify puppet you or whatever.
Yeah. I think it's more the idea that I will
finish what you started.
Right. I will create another god.
Right.
Through what I'm doing with all these other people and stuff.
Fair. On that level, seems
fair.
seems pretty normal and in line
with
what
everybody else is already doing. They're just not necessarily as good at it.
Yeah, or they're not trying to take it as far because they believe in having a diversified portfolio.
I actually want to push against that. I think the hypocrisy of all this is that they all want to do this, but they just want it with their person.
Exactly.
And so they're not thinking about it in terms of wanting to create a rock that they can't lift anymore. It's more no, we'd like to ascend with that divinity that we tap into and just... make all the money, have all the greed. It's the most simple, base human desire. It's just, I'm not able to be satisfied with just what I have. I need more. I need more.
And from that standpoint, that's where I'm like, okay, Rock, fair. You're doing things in a more culty way, but sounds good. That's what
once
you're
you get on your knees and put your hands on the wall and the fire
and all that stuff.
Yeah, at some point you dedicate budget specifically to make yourself feel good about the decisions that you're making in that way. You're kind of a little bit lost. You're maybe a little bit off the deep end.
Well, I'm sure that FOMO's CEO by comparison is also doing I'm going to make my own, god being or whatever.
Oh yeah, they're all bad.
definitely trust FOMO's brand of, like approach definitely a bit more than yours. I think you might be.
Is it the Zuckerberg attire where he's like, "How do you do, fellow kids?
No.
I also go to the gym and wear sweatpants."
Oh
and
no, it's not the presence of FOMO's style. It's the absence of this. Like,
once someone starts drinking goat's blood, in the kind of culty environment and stuff.
It's the general sniff test assessment. How likely do I think this person is drinking goat's blood?
Yeah.
With Rock, it's about a 95% chance. With
him, it's probably that he's
Shand,
injecting like cloned cells of Zero's corpse directly into his bloodstream. Or something.
With Shand, I'm like 30%, right? Whereas with FOMO guy, I'm like he probably just has too many caffeine patches, right?
He probably is greedy as fuck.
Oh yeah, but like regular greed stuff that doesn't make you want to bathe in the blood of children or whatever.
You just destabilize society through your blood-sucking vampirism, basically.
Yeah, whatever. Right. But the idea that, okay, all right, we have the commission whose goal, as a result of the whole incident with Zero, which, all right, cool, nice specificity there, their goal is not actually to create heroes or even manage heroes, but it is specifically to get rid of heroes.
Yeah, we want people that have the ability to use trust, value, or fear, or what have you. It doesn't really matter.
Sure.
But only at like a certain moderate level. We're going to democratize, if you will, fear and trust.
They're trying to syndrome this shit. And yes, thank you. Good job. Like that's what we would absolutely want. And the idea that it's we manage them, absolutely profit from them, but our end goal is what anytime you have a situation where a corporation has like people with actual phenomenal cosmic power on their payroll, what happens? You get the boys. And what happens when the heroes basically say, our cosmic power better than money, you work for us, right? Like, that's something you always have to worry about. And so the idea that as a result of managing on a case-by-case basis, absolutely.
Right.
But on a societal level, they're actually trying to like make heroes stop being as much of a thing. I love it because that also gives reason for why it's in the, time of, decades past where, heroes were gods. Why isn't that happening anymore? Maybe it's because of societal change. Maybe it's also because people that are steering society are like, no, we really don't want that to happen. That was pretty bad.
Well, so I want to bring up the thing that was probably the scariest part about this was that they talked about how specifically Rock's dad created Zero.
Yep.
The idea being that, that a person created another person and the persona that then garnered the world's love and praise. Because at some point, Zero, which why'd you call him Zero? That's just a rough name.
Yeah.
Maybe it translates better in Chinese or what have you. But like having maybe there's some symbolic things I'm missing culturally or what have you, but that sounds like a negative name. Then that also could be a thing where they're erasing the name and it's actually that, no, it was something else.
Yeah, they had some name.
They had some like God level name or what have you. Because if you're creating person. Anyway, sorry, rambling. The point is basically that at some point humanity or a person basically said, I have figured out a way to, like, this was intentional. This was not accidental. Well, so hold on.
Okay.
The idea that how the fuck did that happen before you have like a full understanding of trust, value, or fear or something? What I think is being implied in a very scary way here is that it's not that the commission doesn't trust heroes, actually. It's they don't trust people.
Oh,
They don't trust the general public because it's not that person created, Zero. There could have been some literal homunculi building of stuff there.
I'm pretty sure they mean in the metaphorical.
No, I'm just saying that to clarify. I'm saying that means that the world created Zero and was cool with it for a decent amount of time.
Well,
and what they said is that not that Zero went evil and went bad, but Zero then accidentally killed a hero.
Right.
And that shifted things towards fear. Now, what this makes me tickled about
Okay.
is the idea that in this society and world, we have X. We have Hero X, which is basically, in a lot of ways, rebranded Zero.
Well, and
But
also, quite frankly, I think that's the Commission's genius move to make it so that no one hero gets too powerful.
well it
Because
is, but it's
You
not.
put them on a pedestal, but you also have it set up so that they will only be in that situation. They introduced term limits, you know,
Yeah.
great, you're going to be the number one hero for a year.
Right,
Cool.
and it's a title specifically to, in some ways, draw all the residual attention
of the
towards
populace,
of the populace there.
Uh-huh.
But what have we been seeing? But actually, that X has kept the title and not actually had term limits. We're
Well-
seeing actually things line up almost like perfectly in
almost
such a
like
way.
a bunch of good luck.
Almost like well, I don't think it's just a bunch of good luck. I think it's control. I think it's
Well, yeah. So, so a few things.
yeah.
One, they mentioned also that Zero was the first hero, which I think is interesting because then that shows how new the whole concept of this is, and then the idea that
Right.
Zero becomes, a god and all of that stuff makes total sense because
And that could
It's
line
the-
up with the alien ship specifically.
sure,
Yeah.
but just the idea of, oh hey, new thing happens. Rock's dad realized, oh shit, the trust value stuff exists. We need to go into like branding and all that stuff and like marketing and and so they're able to create this persona and it becomes this deific figure basically. All right,
Sure.
cool. But then with the whole idea of the X thing, whenever we've had a lot of heroes actually brought up in this show where it's the I used to be X.
Right. It has been passed around.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that communicates to me, good job, Commission. Your thing's working.
The X thing did work at one point.
Right. The reason that it isn't working now is because it's someone that you don't know who they are so that you don't directly control them.
Yeah, he's not affiliated with a commission or an organization.
And so of course they'd be terrified of that, not just from the greed standpoint, but from the standpoint of, oh God, this could,
Ruin our system.
This could ruin our system because the
Yeah.
whole point is to make it so that the heroes don't actually accumulate too much power. And now there's one that we aren't in control of the power of, right? But then two, there have been actually a lot of things that kind of interrupt the X tournament and things like that, or make it so that people that would otherwise be upsets or, like take the title aren't able to compete and whatnot.
Yep.
And that actually is the thing that seems the most
I know.
interesting to me.
It's curious.
Because then it's
Is that intentional or not?
I think it's,
I think it is.
I think there's a level of it that is either intentional or cosmically fortunate in a way that might be as a result of, interference of some kind, whether people are aware of it or not.
So I think the thing with X being a title means by definition the commission and everybody with organizations, they want to just have it be another thing they can control.
Right.
And they've successfully done that up until now. So this now being something where they're trying to specifically stop the trust and fear systems is basically in my opinion, a very clever way to depower X.
Okay.
It all comes back around to, well, wait, what do you get out of that is you get no more heroes. Well, if you want more control, what's the thing that you currently have the least control over?
It's
that you would
X.
it's X.
Yeah.
So if X is now channeling all this power because of the title becoming larger than life more and more as time goes on,
Yeah.
now we've hit critical mass where they're thinking, oh no, we're headed towards zero mode again, and we've got somebody out there. But they're not doing anything overtly disruptive. That's the part that's wild. In some ways, the meta narrative of this is so fun, is that X is literally looming in the background, doing nothing. There is no direct influence that we are seeing them have on the story on the surface. But
Well, and that's and that's where what I think the direction that I think this is going is that X is actually not as problematic as the commission would want to believe.
Yeah, not at all.
But he is as problematic as they believe for them specifically.
Yes.
And so it's the thing where this kind of stuff that Queen talked about, right? And all that kind of stuff, right? That is what X is going to be. And so he's this, kind of ticking time bomb for the societal constructs of heroes, right?
Right.
And so that's the reason that the commission then doubles down on, okay, we were going to try and do this thing so we could control heroes on a more fundamental level in general, but now we need to especially lean into it because the number one hero is someone that we don't control, and oh, hey, the people that we would try and set up to challenge them, that doesn't end up happening and they keep their title, right? Which is bad for them and potentially the world, legitimately, right?
There is something to be said though about the anonymity of this X, and also in the title, it begets a form of anonymity
Sure.
in that way as well. But the idea that we've now fully confirmed seen him,
Yep.
and it's just like in the opening, he's a regular guy.
Yep.
In fact, that might even be the point, is that
Right.
he looks like a casual Clark Kent-ass salaryman
Yep.
with glasses and just kind of disheveled black hair, maybe a little tall,
Yeah.
5'11".
Right.
But shows up to kind of get what the current news is. I'm just gonna say it. If he's this powerful, and he's this big of a problem, the parts that we need to throw out as classifications of powers when you have this is just an X-Men reference, but when you have an Omega level mutant basically
Sure. Yeah.
walking around. So we're talking reality perception warping, reality fundamentally being warped.
I mean, yeah, he changed the art style of the show with the
Yeah.
his fingers. That was so fucking cool.
As an actual presentation thing, regardless of whether there's any mechanical aspect to that, that is so fucking dope.
Yeah.
It's basically this is my age now.
Yeah.
This is my world.
So,
cool.
And it's funny because there was a part of me that had been thinking for the last couple.
He even
episodes,
does it in the opening.
You're right. But there's that part of me that's why did they change the art style?
That's right. Yeah,
because it was a really cool art style in the way
really
they did it, and the way that they switched in the moment to accentuate things.
Yeah.
Oh, that was cool as hell. All right. Well, I mean, it still looks great, but okay, I guess that's just one of those production things, where it's all right, we're doing this now. This is actually easier or whatever.
Somewhere
better,
out there, X
people like it more.
Sneezing,
Yeah, exactly.
Changed,
and the idea that I do think that when he did that snap and the art style changed, not that the art style actually changed in universe, of course, right?
Right.
But that something about the universe changed when he did that snap.
Well, to compare it to somebody else, there's a character that is the one that they've been propping up to try and actually handle X, is Queen. And Queen has the ability to enact rules in a limited space.
Right.
Well, what his power, that might have been literally foreshadowing for his power, which might be...
It's not a limited space.
There's no limited space.
It's just that's
I operate and I
Right.
write the rules.
Yeah.
Now, what's so fun about that is that when he does his snap here, right? We've got our classic anime 2D
Sure.
style here. He doesn't just change things, but it's almost that he reduces things. He becomes a block.
Oh no, yeah, it was a fantastic way to do the transition because it's all right, wonderful 2D animation and art and everything. I'm bringing it back to primary colors and blocks.
Right.
Right.
So,
and then from there it goes back to the, rendered, 3D, all that goodness.
So the one that actually makes the most sense to me in a superhero world is bro's just hopping world lines. And now this is crazy.
Okay.
This is crazy. But what it is that he's making minor, he's not literally a time traveler or what have you. It's just he's looking at ways in which from the butterfly effect, little micro decisions have changed the way in which the world is going.
Sure.
And he's trying to help humanity basically be that's a bad timeline. We don't want to go there. That's we don't want to go there. That's the kind of character I get the vibe of a behind the scenes person who is so powerful that they don't
Right.
seem to be jumping into the spotlight.
So I'm gonna bring up where my mind goes that supports that. I don't actually think it's that.
I don't. Okay. Yeah.
The place where my mind go that supports that is the I think it makes sense for him to have some reality manipulating ability that is on a no distance limitation or whatever, right? Like the queen setup, all that stuff. I think you're spot on, right?
Yeah.
And as far as a way to define that, time shit is a great way to do it, right? Like that's a way that an audience can understand. It's easy. It's not just they're the actual god of this universe and everything that happens is because of their whim. No, it's like an actual like, all right, they're doing a thing, right?
Right.
I don't think it's going to be that though, but I think there will be some kind of something like maybe it's, I mean, you could say maybe it's time, maybe it's just, causality. He decides what will happen, and so it's just the like my will unto the world, I snap my fingers, and all of those things are like that. Queen is defeated, right? I don't need to defeat her, she is already defeated, right? Like, that's just how it is. I am Neo style controlling the Matrix, right? With a snap of my fingers. I do that and it changes. And if I were to think like strategically, potentially, of why you would want to do things potentially in this way, and why X isn't drawing a shit ton of attention to themselves, which they could retroactively say he actually is because he's the number one hero, and then we see things from his perspective and all that goodness.
Oh yeah, we could get an X arc and see what totally he's been doing along the line, and that would be fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But if I were to think of why you would not want to do something like that, is that if the position of X is made so that way the world will basically say that person's the number one hero. And they do that so that way when they say this person isn't X anymore, they say that person's not the number one hero, and it shifts. The way you would counter that is to affect things without the public noticing. Because then there would be no stopping of them believing in that stuff happening, because they're not actually attributing it to you.
Sure.
And now that seems like it would be something that would be like, okay, but how would a hero be able to do that given that it's based on trust and all that stuff? Maybe if you're the person who has all the trust of everybody, then you could do that just fine.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, I was actually going to say, we could actually reverse engineer this and go, wait, actually, what does the public want right now? That's how you can almost, in a lot of ways, infer what kind of power he would have.
Sure.
In that we know that the public doesn't necessarily want heroes to be killing each other.
And they do want an upset of the system. Queen got to number 2 talking about how she do that.
They do want the system to be it's the society problem in that the system
want progress, but they hate change.
They want progress, but they hate change. So the idea that you won't see the change.
Right.
It's just gonna keep progressing.
Yep.
So basically what he's doing is society is the coin in his hands, and he's basically just got things in a little loop.
Yep. Will it be heads or tails?
But the thing is that, sure, but I was going to say, no, he's flipping it, and it's gotcha. So change is constantly happening. We're having revolutions. Things are constantly flipping, turning, spinning, or what have you, but it never stops. It never stops. Everything is constant. So people then can go about and do their lives or what have you. Because there's nothing coming in like Zero, basically being like, bam, we need to pivot, adjust everything, have everything stop for a second, and fight this deal here. So in a lot of ways, the tournaments, he would hate the tournaments because they're the equivalent of everyone being like, okay, stop. Let's all now pretend like this is okay, and we're just gonna have everyone beat the shit out of each other,
right?
To get a little bit more power, a little bit. No.
Right, and so he's effectively, he's going outside.
It's a little scary because I would love to know what psychologically is going on.
So I got some weird shit cooking up in my brain.
Yeah.
He's going outside the property lines to stop the river before it gets onto the property.
Okay.
Right, and that's stopping the tournaments. The tournaments being the lifeblood of the heroes because it's what keeps them in check. It gives them the promise of ascension and all that stuff, while at the same time limiting it, right?
Yeah.
So once he kind of cuts
and it's more just stopping his part in the tournaments because they're still fighting each other.
Sure, I guess.
But it's just that they're not going to.
Yeah, but if the top position was kind of removed as a possibility, as like a practical possibility, that could also have that similar effect. And then, these civilized people, they'll eat each other, right? See how loyal a hungry dog really is, right? Once the heroes are not basically getting their measured, timely sustenance from the corporations that they suckle on the teat of, what do? right? And that's one of the ways that he can
How
bring
does he
society tumbling down.
Why would he want that though?
Because if he's trying to upend the society, so okay, and all right.
No, he doesn't want that. If he's got this kind of power, Jacob, he could be doing so many more different. No, we know at the very least that he doesn't like, on some level, the hero organizations, right?
Sure, yeah.
But that doesn't mean he wants society to come crumbling down.
No,
that's a stupid take. I think that he's got so much power that.
Shush.
Okay, yeah.
Society crumbling down. No, it's not society in general and people go back to being cavemen. It's the hero society that does all of the hero stuff, and that's basically just the corporations at this point. So no, I'm not talking about in an absolute most fundamental sense of society in general.
Well, right, but I don't even think it's that, because if anything, he's like in some ways what the commission is wanting is to end hero society.
Which I will say is
that's
impressive.
not what he's wanting.
Which is
either,
impressive because that. Well, the commission isn't open about that.
Well,
that's
no, I
something
don't think
that they talk about behind closed doors, but I think you're right on that because they're going to have different goals at the end of the day.
No, because I think what we surmise is that that's a way to depower X, is that you would basically limit the capacity of your top end heroes as well.
Right.
And so he's using this power. He might be just a dude riding high the joys of being that powerful.
so-
yes, and that might be his problem, basically, is that he's enjoying life too much to really want to change too many things.
Well,
But we do know that he's somehow intentionally trying to stay out of the spotlight while also
also making a dark horse appearance and upending everything.
Yeah.
And so this is where I'm gonna cook a little bit more.
Okay.
So, I think you're right. I was thinking of the same thing, that because he's a regular person, a lot of him being X now is I'm going to enjoy what it's like. Him drinking the not sponsored, can of soda, right, is he's
having a good time.
I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about my job. I don't have to carry around a briefcase everywhere. I can just dress in dripped out nice clothes, stand on a billboard or a skyscraper or whatever, and drink a soda.
He's above it all.
I'm above it all.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? There will be things that he'll then decide to want to do moving forward, and because that will be informed by someone who is so mundane and didn't have to do the rat race, or did the regular rat race struggle rather than the superhero rat race struggle, it's going to change things up quite a bit, I think.
Sure.
But, and this is where it goes weird, and you're going to be like, wait, how did you get to this?
Okay, go for it.
Here's what I think. It has a more than 5% chance probability of being his actual power with regards to reality manipulation. And it's hinted at by the coin.
Yeah.
What is a coin? A coin flip. It's a binary. It's an either or. And what I think he has, his power, is that he can control potentially anywhere in the world.
Like probability or?
The outcome of any yes-no. Whoa. Does Queen win this fight? No.
Whoa.
Does this happen? No. He can't control people because that's way more, that's a lot more nuanced, right?
Sure.
Like, people aren't going to be able to be reduced down to just some binary this, that, yes, no, whatever, right? But when it comes down to a coin flip, he controls the coin flip.
And so then it's not a coin flip.
Right. It's a coin flip, but it's a two-sided coin, and he chooses, what the side is,
it
right?
Just has X on both sides.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Okay, cool. So then,
and so that's also
that,
why his power is a lot more subtle, because it's unless he's doing something as overt as
so
I
snap,
won the fight.
So the snap is him changing something.
Exactly.
The snap is him deciding.
Right. What the coin flip is, right?
I love that. I love that so much, because he could have made rules of that nature that are still existing.
Exactly.
An example of this would be, I have no identity.
Sure.
Like, meaning I have now been erased from this world. Mm-hmm. And so any chance to try and, track me or anything like that.
Can they find out who I am? No.
No.
Right? Like, that kind of a thing. Like, and so...
Yeah, all the 5 W's and the H, or not even that, no, just the... Just the cans, basically.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
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 So,
cans and the wills.
I think, that's so specific. I don't like the probability that it will be that. I don't think is high in the, 80% kind of range.
Right. But a flavor of that I think works because on the one hand, he might just literally be super vulnerable to someone with a hammer coming in and hitting him in the head.
Yep.
And so it's the
classic sniper.
well, more the idea of, so I'll just be the invisible regular man, and thus when I want to use my power, I then have to transform into this white hair, white suit, you know.
And theoretically, that could also be how he distances himself from any of the influence of society of believing him to be a certain way. Because it's and now I put that away, right? Like if he's able to actually take on and put on and take off the cape, right? Then, all right, cool.
That's cool, because then what you could even get into is that,
am I X right now?
Well, no. Right. Well, what you could get into is what we started almost in a lot of ways the story with was about self-belief, and that actually
and anyone can be X. Yeah.
He's the picture of he figured out actually that the strongest part of trust value and all that is belief in yourself, and so that when he's doing this, he basically can turn on or off the effects of that trust that would force him to be X, and so it's the. Yeah, no, I would love that conversation he has with somebody of like, I feel the weight of humanity's wishes in the palm of my hand right here.
Eat your heart out, Superman, hearing the calls for help across the planet.
Right. It's the, do you know how heavy that is? But for me, a human being, to avoid the trappings and the fear and the ego that would come with like believing this is mine, believing that I have this, and thus having the humility to put it aside and go,
right,
I can't be your god,
and that's where
that's not who I am.
I feel like X is,
like he has to have done that at some point.
Right, what he represents is the fundamental antithesis to Heavy as the Crown.
Yes,
because the heavy is the crown. That is what keeps all these heroes in check. That's what makes them run around like little peons at the behest of the corporations and the populace.
And how we can have all these characters have very differing emotions and feelings about the Ruins incident, and yet they're not all protesting with signs or what have you at the commission or what have you.
Which I totally understand for most of them.
But for some of them.
And that's why I really wanted to hear what Queen was saying at that press conference, because it's like, that could have just as easily have been her being like, so, you know how I said we have to upend the system? This is the shit that I found out there, right? Or something like that. Or this is what Lolly told me. This is what Nice told me. This is what Isol told me.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is something that they're basically saying, hey, for now, we'll get into that later.
But we're back in OG art style now, baby.
We are.
So
this could be basically the story saying, hey, we're done with flashbacks, basically.
The show has now begun.
The show has now begun. The prologue is over.
Right.
This new hero person that comes up to... who is that? Rock?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Are you ready? Because then we go back to the 2D art style.
Right, showing that this would have been in the past as a result of that incident and everything.
And we've got our
cyberpunk,
purple hair.
Yeah, purple spiky hair, body tattoos, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm getting very much the... this is your
reborn Zero.
Well, maybe, but I was gonna say this is your bad boy that ultimately is going to fail you. Basically, because we're potentially going backwards again. This is someone that Rock tried to make Zero, and we're going to see them basically there's no way. I'm just going on
so
I'm just going off of the design. There is no way this is who Rock expects to be.
Absolutely not.
Because if you think about this person standing next to Rock specifically, they are they are the opposite of Rock.
But I will say,
Rock would probably rather himself try to become Zero again.
But I will say, I know a Kirei Kotomine Gilgamesh dynamic when I see one.
Oh,
and that.
No, I get where you're coming from. This character screams insecure, no confidence. This character, I think the opposite of Gilgamesh.
Yeah,
absolute opposite.
I just have a lower opinion of Gilgamesh.
No, I think that Gilgamesh is as good as he's written in whatever Fate series he's in.
Great point.
So
yeah.
I prefer Fate Zero Gilgamesh.
Yes, absolutely.
But I no, this character, I'm sorry, they have very, very real identity issues. Like this character to me screams insecurity,
reactive,
reactive, hot fuse,
right?
Like
which is why, well,
like.
Right. Which also makes it perfect for the Rock dynamic because it's the fantastic. So you've got Rock, the suit, and the,
yes.
you know, all of that, and the, you know, whatever. And then you've got Mr. Punk Loose Cannon, you know, like, is definitely going to have a fang smile at some point. You know?
Yes! Thank you! Yes,
and
exactly!
I'm not talking like the fang coming over the tooth. I'm
no,
talking
like all
like
jagged teeth.
Does the side, you know, the side grin, and it's like, okay, all right,
you know?
this person is not an omnivore. Like,
no.
Yeah.
No, this character is one that I half expect to be a killer, but also specifically somebody who probably wants to and or likes to kill, and thus that's what Rock's trying to use. This is somebody who needs help.
Sure.
This is someone who needs a not Rock around, you know.
Well, so the other thing that it gives me the vibe of is Sidious talking to Maul in Phantom Menace, and what that makes me think is Rock's like, all right, cool, we had a bad PR hit, we managed it, but it was a bad PR hit.
Ghost Blade's replacement kind of thing.
You're my off the books.
Ghostblade was his off the books.
Well,
so either this is before Ghostblade.
No, see, I would normally agree, but there were way too many people talking about Ghostblade and how much they knew about Ghostblade. Like,
well, no, because again, that's the characters that we're actually focusing the story on. The average civilian does not know what Ghostblade does.
But it made like news that like Ghostblade leaves, you know, this group. Like I feel like
yes. But
because
basically he was a part of that group. He was a top 10 hero. No, he was. Wasn't he like top 5 heroes?
He was way up there.
He was like 4 or 5 or something.
Again, makes me really ask questions about the
Again, that's the difference between the social media world that these heroes operate in and the fact that Ghostblade was like the cool guy on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. It's stoic, silent, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But what I think this guy is, not at all like Ghostblade in that sense. This is the person that Rock is affiliated with that no one else knows about. And it's going to be the, do a bunch of shit that I want you to do for me. You're not connected or affiliated with me in any official sense.
That's fun.
You'll be some villain or some whatever, you know.
This could be a fear character.
Go wreck house.
Yeah,
I
like
great when it's like that.
No, I like that.
If you can't make money during a war, you just can't make money, right? like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. No, fun stuff. Great episode to shake up the whole dynamic of things.
Yes.
And to really make us scared for how many characters could have died. Obviously, Professor Luo's dead.
Yep. But I mean, hey,
but could have died.
Yeah.
This could have been something where any one of the younger heroes could have died.
The fact that little Johnny is alive, I'm like,
lucky.
Sure. Yeah.
Very lucky. Which I love that they were like, no, he was so lucky he had to have had something from Cyan there. And it's like, yep.
All right, there we
did.
go.
And we had that continuity brought up there. So that's awesome. And it was so lucky that it's it didn't even conduct electricity. So like,
so it's like, it literally is just
it was
like
the thing that caught the bullet kind of thing.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
But damn. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.